today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Jets.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 68 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the Jets now in great position here to start things out. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1. With 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. The numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
On second down, right back to Hines. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On second down, right back to Hines.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
To throw is Wilson. He's got Gronkowski yet again. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
They'll try to run for it with Carter.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Play action. Now Wilson. This is caught. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. We're scoreless after 1. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's a 2nd and 7. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10, down at the 31. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The throw over the middle taken in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They'll run it with Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across. The 40.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Wilson, the Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 27, Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis.
We can't have that.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Again, Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And it's the visiting Washington football team who have the lead in that one. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Amari Cooper, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dante Hightower on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again with Hines. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that is incomplete. So stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right.
His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Koo for the extra point.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
New York ready to go again offensively. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now,
is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go, 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He'll drop to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an
touchdown. DeAndre Swift from 13 yards out. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And he finds Gronk. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. To throw again is Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down now, it's Hines. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. This to Hines on the drop-off. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Open space inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here is Wilson and the Jets. Down by 2 touchdowns, 27 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 27, Wilson. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, it's pretty difficult to summon up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.